Hey everyone, it's Katie Joy. Welcome to my channel. It's time for some tea. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe, ring the bell, like, and comment below to let me know your thoughts on the story. It's been about a week now, and I promised an update for you all about Jenelle and David Eason. If you remember, they are currently battling with CPS regarding the custody of their 3 children. Their children were removed starting on May 10th with the removal of Kaiser, and then on May 13th, a judge in North Carolina signed off on the emergency removal of 2-year-old daughter Ensley and David's oldest daughter, Marissa. The children have all been placed with temporary guardians during this time, and Jenelle and David are currently at court in North Carolina battling out what happens next. There's been a lot of rumors going around about where the kids are, what's going to happen, will Jenelle and David get custody back? And at this point, a lot of rumors are swirling and not a lot of answers. What we do know is that the death of their French bulldog, Nugget, is what's catapulted this entire custody battle into the court system. David shot and killed Nugget, their bulldog, after David claimed that Nugget nipped at their daughter Ensley. According to multiple reports, David brutally beat the dog and then took the dog out to the woods and shot and killed it. Jenelle updated her Instagram on May 1st to announce the death and the sadness that she was feeling because Nugget was gone. Since the killing of Nugget, there's been a lot going on. Multiple calls were made to local authorities, calls to CPS, and finally, the children were removed on May 10th and on May 13th. Since the removal of the children, Jenelle and David have had multiple court hearings with not a lot of details being determined as of yet. However, on Thursday of last week, they were supposed to meet with their children and have a visitation. However, David was unruly and was kicked out of that meeting. So after that meeting, someone actually posted a photo on Twitter, and it was a photo taken from the outside looking in to David and Jenelle's car. And on the dashboard, they actually located a gun. The individual on Twitter says, "I cleaned up a video posted of what looks like a gun on David and Jenelle's dash as they were leaving court today. If it's not a gun, I'm not sure what else it could be. If it is a gun, it's pointed right at Jenelle." Rumors began swirling online about why Jenelle and David would bring a gun to court. So eventually, the couple released a statement to Us Weekly, and they said, "In the state of North Carolina, if you aren't a felon, you can have a gun with no permit. The gun has to be in plain sight if you do not have a conceal and carry permit. This is so when the cops pull you over or you're out in public, you cannot even have your shirt over the holster or you will be charged with a felony." So they explained having a gun because they don't have a conceal and carry permit. So that sort of clears up the questions about, was it a gun? Wasn't it a gun? Yep, it was a gun. David literally brought a gun to court. So many questions about that, but I digress. There's also been a lot of questions about where the children are. And there's been a lot of speculation. Initially, rumors were swirling that Ensley had been placed with David's mother. However, multiple reports, including the Ashley and TMZ, have indicated that Barbara Evans, Jenelle's mother, was awarded custody by the court system, and she'll become temporary guardian of Ensley. Ensley will then be with her brother Jace, who is also in the custody of Barbara. Initial reports had said that Ensley had been placed with David's mother. Multiple reports have now said that that's not true, and Marissa has actually been placed with her mother's grandmother. So Marissa, David's oldest daughter, she is with her mother Whitney's grandmother or mother. Now, related to Kaiser, there's also been a lot of questions. Thankfully, Nathan Griffith has been able to clear a few of those things up on Twitter, and he posted some photos along with a video of Kaiser with his girlfriend, Ashley. Nathan posted at least 4 photos of Kaiser, and it looks like Kaiser's doing well, and Kaiser is in the custody of Nathan. He also included a tweet which said, "About the cutest thing ever. I love Ashley," that's his girlfriend, "and how she treats Kaiser so good. He loves his Ashley. Hashtag smile, hashtag Team Griffith." So Kaiser is with his dad, Ensley is with her grandmother, and Nathan and Jenelle are childless. At this point in time, there are still no details about whether or not any of the children will go back with Jenelle and David. TMZ reported earlier this afternoon that it's unlikely that the children will be returned to Jenelle, and there's been a lot of speculation about if Jenelle stays with David, whether the court will award custody to them at all. Multiple reports have indicated that David is viewed as a threat, and as long as Jenelle remains with him, she will not regain custody. Nathan, for his part, Kaiser's father, has actually said that he would like Jenelle to have access to Kaiser, but he will only permit that access if David is not there. The Ashley reported that Jenelle did not agree to that and wanted David there with her. At this point, today was the actual first day that Jenelle saw her children while she was in a court hearing for custody with her husband, David. On social media since the removal of the children, Jenelle has been pretty quiet. She's actually been trying to not fan the flames. On Instagram, she posted, "Unless you message me via phone, text, or by booking email, no story should be confirmed by Jenelle at all." This is in conjunction to all of these rumors swirling about what's going on with Jenelle. Her fans weren't super impressed. If you see B_Flea said, "Okay, give me your phone number because I got a whole lot of questions." A lot of her fans had very similar statements to her, letting her know that they wouldn't have chosen their or their husband over their children. On May 18th, she posted, "My boyfriend loves my body more than I do. He always tells me I'm gorgeous, beautiful, cute, etc. And that's why I love and adore him so much. He never fails to remind me every day that I'm loved, no matter what my head tells me and what I think of myself. He's truly appreciated." A lot of people thought this post she put up on the 18th was kind of sketchy because David is the reason why the kids have been removed. And it seemed to be almost a clear indication, or maybe a public statement from Jenelle, that there was no divorce happening and she was going to stand by her man no matter what that meant, which has had a lot of people angered because if you remember, Jenelle has a history of picking men over her children. Her inability to make good choices with men has ultimately resulted in her losing custody of her first son, Jace, and now could result in her losing custody of her other 2 children, Kaiser and Ensley. She also posted on the 18th, "I want my daughter to be kind, but I also want her to know that she can throat punch someone if she needs to. This could also be a response into her frustration she feels right now of not having access to her children and not being able to see Ensley." On the 18th, she also posted a picture of Kaiser and said, "Guess who's graduating from pre-K soon? Melting, hashtag little man, hashtag mama's boy." Again, at this point, she hadn't seen Kaiser, and Kaiser continues to be in the custody of his father. And then today, this one was really weird, you guys. She's in court as we speak, and she posted this while she was in court. A meme of her that says "mom life" with a bunch of kids on a raft, and dad life of a dad hanging out on the raft and the kids swimming. It's interesting that she's posting parenting memes when she is currently battling for her children. Despite all of this, the couple has remained united. They have attended all of the hearings together. TMZ actually reported this afternoon that David and Jenelle entered looking very irritated, and also indicated that despite the couple's attempt to get custody returned to them, the judge has said no go. TMZ also reported that Jenelle asked that Kaiser be taken away from Nathan and placed with a friend. However, according to TMZ, the judge ruled that Nathan was a fine caregiver and Kaiser was safe with his father. The hearings have been ongoing because there's 3 cases and 3 children, and so each case is being handled independently. At this point, it's not known when and if the children will be returned to Jenelle, but it does sound like as long as she stays with David, these children have no likelihood of returning to them anytime soon. So that's the tea, you guys. Until we get actual confirmation from somebody within the family of what's going on, it'll be hard to know. Nathan's been pretty clear that he has Kaiser. Barbara hasn't said anything about whether or not she has Ensley, but we can assume that the reports coming from multiple sources, like Us Weekly, TMZ, and the Ashley Reality Roundup, that these children are, that Ensley is with her grandmother, I can assume that that is true at this point. All right, you guys, the story continues to evolve and develop. I will keep you updated as soon as I learn more. But for now, the children are still not with David and Jenelle, and they are still fighting to get their kids back. All right, you guys, that's the tea. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. Take care. Bye.